Hi, today we're going to be making one of my favorite family recipes, Fettucini Alfredo. It's a really quick, simple and easy dish to make, and I hope you will like it as much as my family does. So the first thing we have to do is boil the pasta. So I'm just going to take the lid off. Always make sure you have your hand towel. I buy just a regular brand at the supermarket. This happens to be Ronzoni. And what I like to do is I like to break mine in half. Sometimes the pasta goes flying around, little pieces, but that's okay. Just going to do it one more time. That kind of helps us eat it a little neater and easier. My kids kind of complain when the pasta's too long and you've got to dig the fork around, so this is a good way to do it. Okay, it's not too hot now. And I'm actually going to add in a little bit of kosher salt, just to give it a little bit of flavour, which we all like. Okay, so we've got a bit of time to kill. So what do we do? And meanwhile, we're going to make our sauce. So I've got my pan heating up. This is such a quick recipe, as I mentioned, and it's got 3 simple ingredients in the sauce. It's got butter, which I'm going to put on 1 stick, and everything tastes much better with butter. It's absolutely fabulous. Now we're going to add in, when that is melted, we're going to add in dairy creamer, and then we're going to add in our Parmesan cheese. So just going to make sure it's being stirred the whole time. Butter can burn quite quickly, so we just want to keep an eye on that. Now we've lowered it, we can actually now raise it again now that we're starting to know our butter. We're just going to give it a stir, and that goes quite quickly. Now our butter has come to the boil. Now we're going to add in our whipping cream. That'll lower the temperature of the butter also. Sometimes if you cook butter on very high heat, it burns and the butter turns brown. We actually don't want that to happen. So I'm just going to keep stirring it. I'm going to bring it almost to the boil. I'm going to raise my heat just a drop more, and we're going to just watch it. I'm going to add in just a container of our Parmesan cheese. Oh, that's great. Now, so I'm just going to, you have to keep stirring it to make sure all the lumps of Parmesan cheese are broken down and well incorporated into the sauce. Now, of course, that my 2 favourite ingredients are salt and pepper. You have to have salt and pepper to really infuse the flavours. So I'm just going to add in a little bit of kosher salt, and now we've got some crushed black pepper, which does so much for the food. It's really coming together. It's almost like a yellow cheese sauce at this point. But in meanwhile, I'm going to take my parsley. We have it in water, some fresh sprigs of parsley standing in water. And I've got this great knife, and all I'm going to do is just make very small cuts of parsley. And that's going to be our decorative piece at the end. We're just going to sprinkle some on top. I'm just going to cut all my parsley up into as fine as I can. Okay, so now I've got some decorative parsley. Just brush that aside. Just going to check on my pasta, make sure that's come to the boil. Oh, it's coming up nicely. It's bubbling up, so we're just going to give that another few minutes. I'm just checking on my pasta now, and that looks ready. It's been about 11 minutes, so I'm just going to strain that into my colander, which is already in the sink. A little heavy. Whoa, out it goes. Fantastic. Excellent. Just going to put that back there. Plop on the lid. Some people don't like to put on running water under the pasta, but I just like to do it a little bit and give it a shake. So I'm just going to pour that into a bowl. Oh, some of the water's come out. Means I didn't strain it that well, so we're just going to give it another shake. That can happen. Just give it a really good shake around. Okay, now I'm going to pour my pasta. That's much better. I'm going to pour my pasta into a bowl. I want to mix it. Now I'm going to add in my sauce. Over here. Oh, fantastic. Oh, it looks so good and creamy. Those little black bits you see is the crushed black pepper. Okay, I'm just going to take some utensils. Whoops! This is one of my favourite pasta mixers. It actually really gets in and grabs the pasta and gives it a really good toss around. Okay. Now we're going to put that, actually I'm going to bring that a little closer to me. I'm going to pour it in. Lovely. And the beautiful pasta dishes. White dishes are very trendy. I'm going to plop that over there. And now I'm just going to garnish it. Oh, it looks beautiful. Your family will be so impressed. But that's a beautiful pasta dish waiting for the family at the dinner table.